Hello friends, I welcome you all to Board and Beyond. So friends, we are learning arithmetic progressions now, right? So friends, what we have learned till now is that what is an arithmetic progression, what is the general form of an arithmetic progression, what is the nth term of an arithmetic progression, and we have done also few problems involved on nth term and basically some specified term like fourth term, fifth term or something like that, right? So now the concept which is still pending, okay, is sum of n terms of an arithmetic progression and problems related to that, right friends? So in this video we are going to understand how do we find the sum of n terms of an arithmetic progression, okay, and in what are the different denotions in which we write that, and then basically we will do few problems on sum of n terms of an arithmetic progression, right? And in this video we will actually wind up arithmetic progressions, but the next video of arithmetic progression will contain the previous year examination problems. I will select few of them which have got greater difficulty level, and I will basically do it on the board, and then just to give you a confidence that if you want to attempt or if you want to attempt and then if you want to do it right in the examinations, the difficult problems on arithmetic progression whichever occurs in the examination you will be able to do after watching my next video, right friends? So the first video and the second video will definitely give you 100% coverage on the concept wise as well as the preliminary level of understanding of arithmetic progression, and the third video will give you enhanced learning on arithmetic progression, right friends? So let us get on to the topic straight away, right? So friends, we all know that what is an arithmetic progression? A number, let us say a plus d, a plus 2d, a plus 3d, so on and so forth up to a plus n minus 1d, right? These numbers are said to be arithmetic progression, whereas a is the first number, right? And d is the common difference between the numbers, consecutive numbers, right? Okay, and this is the nth term of an arithmetic progression, right friends? So what we will do is that let us sum it up, okay? So s will be equal to a plus d plus a plus 2d. I'll write it in a bracket so that it becomes easier for us. A plus 3d, right? So on and so forth. A plus n minus 1d. Let us denote it by s. S of n. Why s of n? S is basically sum, and this n whatever we write here, okay, denotes that sum of n terms. For example, there are 5 terms, so we will write S5, okay, and if there are 10 terms we will write S10, right? Okay, so Sn is equal to this. Now friends, see, these are totally how many terms? N terms, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so and so forth. N terms. This is totally n terms, and nth term is this. Okay, so you're getting it? Okay, let me clear it. So n terms, it has got n terms. That means if you count it, it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 up to n, right? Those are the n terms, number of terms, and nth term is nothing but the last term. So that is the difference between the two. Please don't get confused, right? N terms and nth term, right? Now the same expression, if we reverse it also, should be true, right? So s of n can be written as, I will write the last term here, a plus n minus 1 into d plus a plus n minus 2 into d. See, this will keep on reducing, right? So what we have done is that we have taken a increasing order arithmetic progression here. So now we are decreasing it, so on and so forth, finally resting up to A. So finally it will rest up A, right? Now what happens, friends, if we add the two, right? If we add, so this becomes 2 times Sn, and just see here, friends, this becomes A plus n minus 1 into D, correct? I'll put it in a big bracket. What I have done is that I have basically added the two, this one, right? Plus this becomes how much? I'll put a big bracket, A plus A plus n minus 2 D, right? What I have done here is that I have basically added these two, okay, plus so on and so forth. Let me write plus here, plus A plus n minus 1 D, that is nth term here, right, plus A. This will be the last term of my series, right? So friends, we can clearly see here that this becomes 2A plus n minus 1 into D. This is my first term. Plus, let us try to analyze this, okay? So this becomes how much, my friend? A plus D. I am just opening the bracket here now, as of now, plus n D minus 2D. I hope you got it. What I have done is, here is that I have basically added this all three and then opened the bracket here. Now we will try to solve it. This becomes 2A, right? And see, this minus 2D and this is D. So this can be written as n D minus D, right? So which can also be written as 2A plus, if I take D common here, this becomes n minus 1, right? So n minus 1D, where see this term and this term both are same. So friends, what I am going to do here is that in the next step I will just be revising it, plus so on and so forth. This will be 2A plus n minus 1 into D, right? So we see here that all the terms, your first term 2A plus n minus 1D, second term 2A plus n minus 1D, and last term also 2A plus n minus 1D. Repeated how many times? Repeated n times, right? Okay. So this was just for your understanding, so I'll just rub it off now, right? So what happens, friend? Can we write it like this? N times 2A plus n minus 1D, right? Correct? This all is this much, right? And this is equal to 2Sn, right, friends? So Sn is equal to n by 2 2A plus n minus 1D. Here comes the formula for you, right, friends? So this is sum of n terms of a arithmetic progression, right? So important. This we will be using it further. Now friends, this formula, this one only, we can represent it in a different way as well, right? How we can represent it? Can we write it? Sn is equal to, I will n by 2. I will split it into A plus n minus 1 into D. Any problem here? I have just split 2A into 2 parts, A plus A, right? Now friends, if you look at it carefully, this is nothing but your nth term. Nth term of the series, right? Nth term is what? A plus n minus 1D. Correct? We have understood it in the last class. So this Sn can also be written as n by 2 plus a plus an. An is nothing but your nth term, and a nothing is 0 means a0, that is equal to your first term, right? Or you can take a1 itself. A1 is your first term and an is your last term, right? This is your formula number 2. We will be using this again in when we are solving the problems, right? Now let us do a slight modification. That's not a bit, basically a modification. This we can write it as Sn is equal to n by 2 a plus l. I hope I have already told you that L is nothing but the last term also. It is referred as last term also. Now this formula sorry. Now this formula can be further refined to be to give us sum of n natural numbers. Okay, how is that it will be refined is, see, sum of n natural numbers will start from 1 and go up to a certain place. Let us say n is equal to 100, right? So last term is 100, first term is 1, okay, and n by 2, that is basically 100 plus 101, and that will be 2. Okay, that will anyway come. So let us not worry about it. So these three things, I hope you have already got it, right? These three things important for us to know, because we will be using this while solving the problem further, right friends? So with this we have understood the concept, what will be the sum of first n natural numbers of the series, right? And in what are different notations that we can use it, or what are different methods in which we can use it, and we will be using all the three in solving the problems now. Okay, so let's move forward. Okay. So next concept says that this is we have done. Okay, one more concept here, friends. See, this is an. Okay, an is nothing but nth term. You all agree? You all agree? Nth term. Sometimes it is denoted as Tn as well. Okay, so please don't get confused if Tn appears in your question paper, right? And nth term can also be written as n plus 1 1th term minus, so nth term can also be written as Sn minus 1. Okay, I'll explain you how this is happening. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. For example, we have taken only this much, right? So this is an arithmetic progression, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 terms total. 7 terms. Right, friends? So what is the sum now? Okay, so sum is 7 into 4, 24. So sum is equal to 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7 is equal to 24. Sum is equal to 24. Right. Now what I am saying is that this term, that is seventh term can be written as sum of 7 terms minus sum of 6 terms. Right. Now let us try to understand what is the sum of 7 terms, that is equal to 24, minus sum of 6 terms, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So sum of 6 terms, which you will learn it later on, 6 into 7 by 2, that is equal to 21. So this is nth term is equal to 7 terms, total is 20. Did I make a mistake? Oh, sorry. This will be 28, friends. I'm so sorry. My calculation mistake. I'm sorry. So sum of 7 terms, that is equal to 7 into 8 by 2. We will understand it later. Don't worry. So this becomes 28, not 24. 28. Now what is happening is difference is 7. So you see, friends, sum of 7 terms is equal to 28, right? Minus sum of 6 terms, that is equal to 21. So answer is 7, which is equal to your 7th term, right? This is an important concept which we will be using in one particular type of problem. Okay, so I thought it is better for us to understand it here, right? So sum of any term is any term is equal to sum of all the terms up to that term minus sum of all the term previous to that term in general, right? Okay. Okay, coming on to the next concept. So find the sum of AP. AP is given to be 1 by 15, 1 by 12, 1 by 10, I guess, yeah, up to 11 terms, right? So we are expected to find the sum of this, right? So first what we will do, friends, here is that this is n by 2, so sum of 11, that is 11 terms, sorry, not 11. 2a plus n minus 1 into d. This is what we have learned just now. Now just see n, where is it known to us? 11 terms. N is the number of terms. Yes, it is known to us. No worries. A, yes, of course it is known to us. No worries. D, yes, we need to find the d. D is nothing but this term minus this term, right? Which is equal to 60, 5, 4, 1 by 60. Okay, right? So we will assume that this is all in arithmetic progression. We will not try to check it. Although if you want, you can check it. This minus this should also be equal to 1 by 60. Okay. So now what happens, friends? My D is this. So we will list out A is equal to 1 by 15 and N is equal to 11 and D is equal to 1 by 60. So now knowing all this, we can actually substitute it here and find the value, right? So we will do it here. Sn is equal to 11 by 2, 2 into A, 2 into 1 by 15 plus 11 minus 1 into D is 1 by 60. This is what it is, right? So 11 by 2, this becomes 2 by 15. Sorry. This becomes 10. So this becomes 1 by 6. Right? Which is 11 by 2, 30, 4, 5, which is equal to 11 by 2 into 9 by 30, okay, which is equal to 3, and 10, which is equal to 33 by 20. Right? So sum of this arithmetic progression up to 11 terms will be this. Got it, friends? This was a pretty simple example just to illustrate how to use this formula. Right? So let's move on to the next one, friends. Says that a little different problem. okay, given an is equal to 4, b is equal to 2 and Sn is equal to minus 14, right? And we are expected to find n and d. Find n and d. Right, friends? So this problem is basically a little different kind of problem. Okay, so let's try solving it. So before solving it, friends, let us first try to understand what is all given to us. Okay, so first an is equal to given to us, and we know that an is equal to a plus n minus 1d, right? Okay, and where a is the first term and an is the nth term, right? And Sn is also given to us. Sn is equal to n by 2 2a plus n minus 1d, right? So friends, what we can do is that we can first try to equate this to minus 14 and try to find a value or try to find an equation, right? And then substituting the value, we'll take out this thing, one value from this also, one equation from this also, and then we will try to solve those two equations and then find the value of n and d, right, friends? So let's start moving. Okay, so Sn is equal to, Sn is how much, my friends? Minus 14 is equal to n by 2, n is not known to us, 2 into a plus n minus 1, and d is given to be 2, right? So this can also be written as n by 2 2a plus 2n minus 2, right? So friends, what we can do here is that we can also write this as n into, what I am going to do is that I will take 2 common out here, okay, and then cross cut it like this, okay, right? So basically I'll just show you how it is. A plus n minus 1, then I'll cancel this 2 and 2, finally which gives me n into a plus n minus 1. We'll keep it for some time here, right? Now coming on to this, so an is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d, okay, which is also equal to a plus n is not known to us and d is again 2, right? So which is a plus 2n minus 2, right, friends? Okay, so now this an is given to be 4, so this is equal to a plus 2n minus 2 is equal to 4 from the problem, right? Okay, so which tells that a plus 2n is equal to 6, right? Now from this I will find out the value of a. So a will be how much? A will be 6 minus 2n. I am transposing this term to the other side, right? Now we have expressed a in terms of n, correct, friends? So what we will do now is that I will put this value of a in the previous equation and try to find the value of n, right? Putting a is equal to 6 minus 2n in equation 1, right? So what it gives? Let's say n into a plus n minus 1d, right? So a is nothing but 6 minus 2n, 6 minus 2n plus n minus 1, right, friends? Okay, and this is equal to minus 14. because this is minus 14, right? I missed it out. So this is equal to minus 14. This is equal to minus 14, right? You are getting my point? So this becomes how much, my friends? N 6 minus 1, that is equal to 5, and this is minus n is equal to minus 14. Correct? Now let us multiply this. This becomes minus n square plus 5n plus 14 is equal to 0. I have basically brought this from this side and then opened the bracket here. Okay. Since it is starting with a minus sign, so what we will do, friends, we will multiply minus 1 across. Okay. So which will give me how much? Let's say n square minus 5n minus 14 is equal to 0. Oh, friends, you have come back to quadratic equation here. Okay. So let's solve this quadratic equation and then find the value, right? Okay. So we'll try to split it. This and this term. Okay. So the product is minus 14 n square, right? We need to split it into two parts so that I get minus 5. So what I will do is that minus 7n and plus 2n. Right? So what happens when we multiply this? I get minus 14n square. When we add this, I get minus 5n. Right? N square plus 2n minus 7n minus 14 is equal to 0. Right? Taking n common here, this becomes n plus 2 minus 7 n plus 2 is equal to 0. So n minus 7 or n plus 2. So the product of these two terms are 0. That means either of them is 0 or both of them are zeros, right? So basically equating 1 by 1 to 0. So n is equal to either 7 or n is equal to minus 2, right? So what is n, friends? N is the number of terms. So number of terms cannot be negative value, right? So we will consider this n is equal to 7 and move forward. Once n is equal to 7, we can actually place it here. No problem, right? This is also one of the equation. So we will place it here and then find the value of a. Let me do it here only. This gets covered. Yeah, it gets covered. So a is equal to 6 minus 2n. That is equal to 2 into 7. That is a is equal to 6 minus 14. That is equal to a is equal to minus 8. Right? Right, friends? So basically, see, a is D is already given, so it should be A also, right? There is slight misprint in the question, no problem. So A is equal to minus 8 and D is equal to, N is equal to 7. Okay, so you can basically write the series now. Shall I write it here itself? Okay, no problem. So series will start from minus 8. What is the difference? That is 2. 2 gets added to it, it becomes minus 6, minus 4, minus 2, 0, 2, 4, 6. Hope this has got covered. Okay. So basically this is the series, right? So like this you will have to find the values, that is n is equal to 7, n is equal to 7 and a is equal to minus 8. Okay, d was already known to us, that is 2. Right, friends? So I hope you got the concept here, right? Okay, so let's move on to the next one. So friends, this session is going to be very, very important for those who want to completely understand arithmetic progressions basics and then little advanced, in the sense they are able to attempt if the questions are straightforward, if it is not twisted. Okay, and if you want to attempt all the question, whether it is twisted or however it comes, please watch out for the next session, in which I will be doing few problems, few difficult, really difficult problems. Right? Okay. So let's move on to the next one. The question says that uh, the first term of an AP is 5 and last term is 45. Okay, the first term of an AP is this getting repeated? No. The first term of an AP is 5. So A is equal to 5 and last term is 45. So AN is equal to 45. Okay, and the sum is 400. SN is equal to 400. Okay, and then find number of terms and common difference. That means N is equal to what and D is equal to what. So these two things are basically to be found out, right? So friends, see, A is given to be 5, this is given to be 45. So let us put it in the SN format. So Sn is what, friends? Sn is nothing but n by 2, 2a plus n minus 1 into d, right? Okay. Now, few times back, we also, this is equal to 400. I also told you this is equal to n by 2 plus a and an. You getting it? Do you all remember it? Okay. So, see, this is n by 2. A is nothing but 5 plus an is nothing but 45. Okay. Before going forward, for the friends who actually not able to understood transition from this to this, let me just explain it here. Okay. So I'll just take whatever is inside the bracket, 2a plus n minus 1 into d, right friends, which can very well be written as a plus n minus 1 d. Now observe this carefully, this is nothing but an, nth term. Nth term of arithmetic progression is known as or is given as a plus n minus 1 d. So this implies that a plus an. Got it? So whatever is inside the brackets, that is what I have written here, right friends? So this is equal to 400. Now this becomes 50, that is 25n is equal to 400. You are getting it? 50 divided by 2, that is 25, multiplied by n, 25n is equal to 400. Right? So n is equal to 400 by 25, that is equal to 1. Okay, and then 6. So n is equal to 16. So number of terms in the series is 16. So n is equal to 16. Right. Now we have to find out the d. So we can find out the d from this equation, that is your an. So an is what, friends? I'll just rub it off, okay, because this was just to explain you. Okay. So an, we know that is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d, right? So an is given to be 45 plus a is given to be 5 plus n just now we found out to be 16, which is equal to 5 plus 15d is equal to 45. So this becomes 40 and this becomes 15d. So d is equal to 40 by 15, right friends? So 5, 8 and 3. So d is equal to 8 by 3. So d is equal to 8 by 3. You got it? So this is how you basically have to solve it, right friends? So let's move on to the next one quickly. Yeah. I hope you are able to understand the concept here, because what I am doing is that I am not explaining it one more time. So whatever I am doing on the board, at the same time I am also explaining that also, like how we are getting it. Okay. So let's move on to the next one, friends. Right. This question is little tricky. If the sum of n terms of an AP, sum of n terms, I am just writing it in the this form. Sn is equal to 4n minus n square. This is given. What is the first term? We are expected to find certain things. Okay. One is find. I'll write it find first term. Right. Then what is the sum of first two terms? Sum of first two terms. Then what is the second term? Second term. And find third, 10th and nth term. Third term, 10th term and nth term. Right, friends? So this is the problem. Okay. The problem says that Sn is given to be us in equation form. Okay. Or Sn is equal to 4n minus n square. Okay. Now we need to find these 6 values. Okay. So how do we go about it? Right. So Sn is equal to 4n minus n square. That means there is any series, the sum of n terms of those series is equal to this. Right. Now let us say we have to find the first term. Right. Okay. So how do we basically do it? Okay. Let's just start it here, friends. Okay. So for that, what we will do is first term, let us say first term T1 will be how much, my friends? T1, if we want to try to find out T1, how much it will be? So T1 will be nothing but, for simplicity, let me just, okay, no problem. So T1, do you all agree that this will be 4 into 1 minus 1 square? This will be T1, first term, because sum of n terms is this, and if I want to find out the first term, so that is nothing but the first term itself. Correct? Because then there is no term before that. Correct? So first term or sum up to first term will always be same in any arithmetic progression. Let me repeat. First term, the value of first term, and sum of the series up to one term will always be same, because it's one or the same thing, right? So this is equal to 4 minus 1, which is equal to 3. Now first term, that is equal to 3. You will write it, right? So now first term we have found out to be 3. Second is sum of first two terms. So if sum of n terms is this, then sum of first two terms, that is equal to S2, will be equal to 4 into 2 plus, minus 2 square, right? That is equal to 8 minus 4, that is equal to 4. So your sum up to second term. So see, friends, sum up to second term is equal to 4, but the first term is 3. What does it mean? What is the second term? Okay. So sum of two terms, okay, first two terms is equal to 4, correct? And first term is equal to 3. That means the second term is equal to 1. Right? Okay. We can also write it as second term is equal to sum up to second terms minus first term, or sum up to first term. Both are same thing. Please don't get confused. Okay. Right? So your second term will be 1. So sum up to two terms we have found out. Okay. So this is done, this is done. Second term is 1, that is also done. Now we need to find the third term. So for finding the third term, we have to find the sum up to 3 terms. Correct? So sum up to 3 terms will be how much, friends? Is equal to 4 into 3 minus 3 square. This is equal to 12 minus 9, which is equal to 3. So sum up to 3 terms is equal to 3 and sum up to 2 terms is equal to 4, right? So third term is equal to minus 1. Third term, I'll write it here. Third term is equal to sum up to 3 terms minus sum up to 2 terms. You're getting it? So third term will be sum up to 3 terms. You add all the 3 terms minus you add all the 2 terms. Then remaining will be the third term. Okay. So if we substitute it here, sum up to 3 terms is equal to 3 minus sum up to 2 terms is equal to 4. So this is equal to minus 1. So even this also we have found out. This is minus 1, third term. Okay. Now similarly we need to find the 10th term. 10th term. Okay. So how do we find? So sum up to 10 terms minus sum up to 9 terms. You're getting it? Right? Okay. So S10 will be equal to 4 into 10 minus 10 square. This is sum up to 10 terms. Okay. This is equal to 40 minus 100 is equal to minus 60. Right. Now sum up to 9 terms will be equal to 4 into 9 minus 9 square, which is equal to 36 minus 81. 45 with minus sign. Now what will be the 9th term? 9th term will be nothing but, I'll write it here, 10th term. 10th term will be sum up to 10 terms minus sum up to 9 terms, right? Which is also equal to minus 60 minus of minus 45. You getting it? So this is equal to minus 60 plus 45 is equal to minus 15. So dot. Your 9th term will be minus 15. This is 10th term. Sorry, 10th term. Right. Now we need to find the nth term. Right, friends? So what will be the nth term? So nth term will be nothing but sum up to n terms minus sum up to n minus 1 term. Okay. Let's do that also. Okay. So I'll just rub off something from the board. I hope the concepts are getting embedded to your mind. That is more important. Right. So Sn is already given to us to be 4n minus n square. Sum up to n terms we already know, right? So if I find out sum up to n minus 1th term, then we can find the value of last. So n minus 1 will be 4 into n minus 1 minus n minus 1 whole square. I have just replaced n with n minus 1, right? So this becomes 4n minus 4 minus n square minus 2n plus 1, which is equal to 4n minus 4 minus n square plus 2n minus 1, right? So what happens, friend, here? Anything minus n square. Okay, this will be like this only, and this becomes plus 6n, and this becomes minus 5. So this is my sum up to n minus 1 term. We know sum up to n terms. Okay, so right now nth term will be how much? Nth term will be sum up to n terms minus sum up to n minus 1 term. Right. So I'll do that. I'll let the series be there only. So Tn will be equal to Sn minus S of n minus 1. Right. So Sn is nothing but 4n minus n square minus n square plus 6n minus 5. Right friends? So this can also be written as 4n minus n square plus n square, right, minus 6n plus 5. I have just reversed the sign. So this and this gets cancelled. This becomes minus 2n plus 5. So your nth term is minus 2n plus 5. Dot 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 dot. Minus 2n plus 5 is my nth term. You are getting it? I'll just this part of the board is it doesn't get covered so well. So minus 15 is 10th term. Dot 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 dot. Minus 2n plus 5 is nth term. So this is your series. You got it, my friends? Okay. It was a little tricky one, but only concept that you can take away from here is that nth term, I am just generalizing the statement. I am not telling 10th term or 9th term. The nth term, the value of nth term is equal to sum up to n terms minus sum up to n minus 1 term. That's it. And you can replace it by 10, 9, 5, 4, whatever you want. You'll get the answer. So, fifth term, just giving an example, fifth term is equal to sum up to 5 terms minus sum up to 4 terms. That is how it works. Okay. So, for benefit of everybody, let me just write it. Nth term is equal to sum up to n terms minus sum up to n minus 1 term. This is what is basically to be understood. Okay, once you understand this, you will be able to solve this kind of problem. Right, friends? So let's move forward and take another problem, at least one more problem. Right? Please hold on your patience. Okay. So the next problem says find the sum of odd numbers between 0 and 45. Sorry, sum of odd numbers between 0 and 50. Right, friends? So now the series will be what? This series will be, let us say, first what the series expected here is that 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, so on and so forth, and last odd number will be 99. Okay, sorry, 50, 49. Right, friends? But generally the formula what we know is sum of n terms, okay, or sum of n terms. We know that how much is equal to, that basically is, if I write the general form, that is including everything, the series becomes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, so forth, so on and so forth, up to 50. I am just writing up to 50 because the question says up to 50. Right? Now what happens, friend? See, this is sum of natural numbers up to 50. Sorry, this is the natural numbers up to 50. Right? So, can we say that if I want to find out this, then that means equal to sum of natural numbers up to 50 minus sum of even numbers up to 50. You are getting it? If I want to find out sum of odd numbers between 0 and 50, I can express this in the form of sum of natural numbers up to 50 minus sum of even numbers up to 50. Because 2, 4, 6, 8 all will get subtracted from there. Right? Some of those values will be subtracted. Now we know very well sum of natural numbers up to 50, that is equal to n into n minus n plus 1 by 2. Right? Sorry, not minus. N into n plus 1 by 2. This is the sum of natural numbers. Right? Plus, can this be written as, if I take 2 common out, then can this be written as sum of natural numbers up to 25. Confused? Let me explain. Sum of even numbers up to 50, that means equal to 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, up to 50. Right? Now, if I take 2 common from here, this becomes Are you able to understand this? What I have written on the board? If I take 2 common out here, the remaining thing inside the bracket becomes natural numbers up to 25. That is what is the logic here. Once you understand that logic, problem is very easy. Right? So, this is sum of natural numbers up to 25. So, this again can be written as, so n is equal to 50, right? So, 50 into 51 by 2 plus 2 into sum of natural numbers up to 25, that is equal to 25 into 26 divided by 2. You are getting my point? Natural numbers up to 25 is nothing but n into n plus 1 by 2. Correct? So that is equal to. So should I write it somewhere? Okay, let me just. Now I can cancel this 2 and 2, and I can cancel this and make it 25. So this becomes 25 into 51 minus minus, right? So this becomes 25 into 26, right? Now friends, there are 2 possibilities here with which you can solve it. Either you multiply this 25 into 51 and then multiply 25 into 26, subtract the 2, find the answer. Or there is another method of doing it. Let us take 25 common. I prefer this. This becomes easier. 51 minus 26. Right? Okay? So which is equal to 25 into 25. Right friends? So 25 into 25 is equal to 625. 25 square is 625. Right? So you got the answer? So sum of odd numbers between 0 and 50 is 625. So the formula what I have used here, okay, is let me write it here. Sum of natural numbers up to n is equal to n into n plus 1 divided by 2. This is what I have used here. Okay. By the way, this also can be derived with the same formula. Your Sn is equal to n by 2 in bracket 2a plus n minus 1d. With the same thing you can actually derive it. There a is equal to 1, right? And d is equal to 1. Once you place a and d as 1, you will get this. Okay? You did not memorize it actually. From there only you can basically derive it. But easier way, you can basically remember it also. Not a problem. Okay? So this is 35 minutes over now. Okay. We'll take one last problem, friends, and then we will wind up the session, please. So last problem says the sum of first 15 multiples of 8 right. So the series will go how, friends? 8. Let me write the series. 8, then 16, then 24, then 32, so on and so forth. Okay? Up to 15 terms. First 15 they are asking, right? So they are asking me to find the sum. So first we will write the formula here, friends. Sum of an arithmetic progression. What is that? S 15, because 15 terms, right? So this becomes n by 2, 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Right? This is the formula. We know a, yes we know a. We know n, yes we know n. There are 15 terms, and we know d also. We can find out. No problem. N is equal to 15 by 2. So 2 into a is nothing but 8, right? Plus n is nothing but 15 minus 1 into d is nothing but 8 again, right? So 15 by 2 is 16 plus this is 14 into 8. 14 into 8. 112. This is equal to 15 into 128 by 2. By 2 is here, right? Which is equal to 15 into 64. We'll write 15 into 64. I think 960. Let me see. Yes, 960. Right, friends? So sum of first 15 multiples of 8 is equal to 960. Right, friends? So I think with this we will wind it up here. Okay. So friends, here we complete arithmetic progression from your NCERT textbook perspective. Right? Now the next lecture will be on examination, old 10 years examination problems. I will be solving it out here. I will select a few of them, okay, and you will be surprised that difficulty level, seeing the difficulty level of the questions which has already appeared, okay, 2018, 15, sorry, 18, 15, 16, 17, 19, 20, like that, okay. So the difficulty level is quite high, and of course I am not talking about the deleted portion for 2021 board exams, right? So friends, let's meet up in the next session. So till the time we meet next, be happy, be safe, stay tuned with us. All the best. Bye. Thank you.